King Charles reacts to meeting athlete who competed in Prince Harry's Invictus Games. King Charles had a kind word for a veteran with a connection to his younger son, Prince Harry. On February 19, the King met Dr. Dave Henson during a visit to the Centre for Injury Studies at Imperial College London, where they spoke about the power of sport to help heal. King Charles, 76, made the stop to highlight the UK's support for injured service personnel in Ukraine amid the Russian invasion ahead of the third anniversary of the conflict next week. Henson, who demonstrated the use of virtual reality biofeedback technology to aid rehabilitation following limb loss, had a conversation with the King about his personal journey, which included competing in Harry's Invictus Games, the adaptive sporting competition that he founded in 2014. Hello viewers, please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. Henson is a British Army veteran and double amputee who sustained life-altering injuries during a deployment to Afghanistan in 2010. He later captained Team Great Britain at the inaugural Invictus Games in London in 2014 and won gold medals, then repeated the feat at the Invictus Games Orlando in 2016. Are you still taking part in games and sports? The King asked Henson, who was made an MBE for his services to the military in 2014 and earned a PhD in amputee biomechanics from Imperial College London in 2020. So I'm a touch too old, I think, the veteran said in footage published by Hello magazine. I did the Invictus in 2014, the Invictus Games in 2016, Paralympics in 2016, and I stayed one of the trustees of the Invictus Games until the end of 23, so I've certainly been involved with it, he explained. Fantastic, King Charles replied. I'm back in the defense industry now, working, I've got 3 children, Henson said about his schedule today. Speaking to people at the 2016 Invictus Games about Henson, Prince Harry praised his pal as world-class. Henson set a record of 25.04 seconds in the 200-meter run and had a proud podium moment with Harry after. Henson was a guest at Prince Harry's royal wedding to Meghan Markle in 2018 and spent time with the couple at the Invictus Games in The Hague in 2022. He also attended the Invictus Games Foundation's 10th anniversary service in London in May 2024, supporting Prince Harry at the ceremony commemorating a decade of the Games. People understands that Prince Harry extended invitations to several members of the royal family, including his father the King, for the anniversary service. However, they did not attend amid the ongoing family rift. Despite a positive meeting between the father and son in February 2024 following news of the King's cancer diagnosis, a friend of Harry's told People over the summer that the Duke of Sussex's calls go unanswered. The Duke of Sussex is a former captain in the British Army and created the adaptive sports tournament to uplift his fellow veterans. Harry and Meghan recently travelled to Canada for the Invictus Games 2025. Which ran from February 8 to February 16. Over 500 athletes from 23 nations convened at the competition for an action-packed week, where winter sports were on the roster for the first time. Exclusively speaking to people at Invictus in Vancouver, Prince Harry shared why his wish for the Invictus Games is to shut it down one day. I wish that we could close this down because there wasn't a need for it. But as long as there's a need for it, we will keep it going, Prince Harry tells People. I know the UK is looking forward to having the Games back, to where it started, in just over a couple years, he adds, referring to Invictus' next edition in Birmingham, England in 2027. King Charles snubbed as Northern Ireland leader refuses to join Windsor stay. Michelle O'Neill was asked to attend a private dinner hosted by the monarch at Windsor Castle. King Charles's invitation to stay the night at Windsor Castle has been snubbed by Sinn Féin's First Minister in Northern Ireland. Michelle O'Neill was asked to attend a private dinner hosted by the monarch before spending the night along with Keir Starmer and other leaders of the devolved nations. Ms. O'Neill has been slammed for the decision, with one unionist source telling The Telegraph, "You can't claim to be the First Minister for all and then snub the King." The leaders of Northern Ireland, Scotland, Wales and England were asked to join the King for a dinner at Windsor Castle on Wednesday, with some staying overnight and being treating a royal breakfast the following morning, as per GB News. While Sir Keir Starmer, Scotland's First Minister John Swinney, and the First Minister of Wales, Eluned Morgan, are still expected to attend, there will be one chair empty at the dining table, though the reasons behind Ms. O'Neill's snub remain unclear. A spokesperson for the Northern Ireland executive declined to comment, but a source told The Telegraph that the refusal may have followed pressure from the minister's Republican support base. She has been vice president of Sinn Féin, once the political arm of the Irish Republican Army, IRA, since 2018. Relations between the royal family and Northern Ireland have been amiable in recent years. However, with Ms. O'Neill attending both Queen Elizabeth II's funeral and King Charles's coronation. While reluctance to attend a sleepover in Windsor may be a far cry from IRA plots to assassinate royals at the peak of the Troubles, it could indicate a tipping point for friendliness between the two factions. King Charles and Queen Camilla beam as they enjoy outing in Sandringham. King Charles and Queen Camilla were all smiles on Sunday as they stepped out to attend a church service in Sandringham, Norfolk. It also serves as the go-to destination for members of the royal family over the Christmas period. Photographs taken during the morning showed the pair beaming and waving at royal well-wishers as they walked side by side in the brilliant sunshine. Ever the thrifty royal, His Majesty, 76, looked smart wearing a herringbone coat with deep pockets that he's owned for over 40 years. He paired the winter garment with a dapper suit and some trusty brogues in dark brown. Queen Camilla, 77, meanwhile, wrapped up warm in a chic aubergine-hued belted coat and a pair of killer suede boots. The palace did confirm earlier this year that the king does not have prostate cancer. The move harkens back to the king's decision to share news of his surgery to correct an enlarged prostate before the procedure happened in January. After the January surgery to correct the benign enlarged prostate, cancer was detected, and the king announced on February 5 that he was beginning treatment for the still undisclosed type of cancer. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and drop comments. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.